Okay, so we are inching ever so close to chapter 1100. And I mean, look, you you guys would have been around here long enough to know what I'm looking forward to, okay? You guys know what the agenda that I've been spouting for chapter 1100. All I'm asking for is Dragon. Um, chapter 1100 could be a very, very devastating chapter for me. Um, if we don't get Dragon at all. I really look, the pieces are all lining up so perfectly. I don't know how that could be an outcome. It has to be the case, right? But we're here today for chapter 1098, and we got the chapter. It's called The Birth of Bonney. So we're gonna see what exactly is going on based on the last chapter's conclusion with the situation that Ginny has been somewhat captured. I believe that's what it ended on. I've looked through it, but I'm pretty sure that's how it ended. I mean, Dragon looked distressed. Dragon, he was a man on a mission. So we're gonna see what happens. But let me say, I just finished like an hour ago the series Pluto on Netflix. I'm gonna do a video talking about it. But listen, you guys, if you're looking for a series to watch, you gotta watch Pluto. Okay? 8 episodes. It's on Netflix. Naoki Urasawa. Do I need to go and say anything more? It's so good. It's amazing. I loved it. And I'm gonna be reading through Monster. I know this sounds sacrilegious, but I have not finished the series Monster. Okay? I highly regard it as such a great series. I'll say it's amazing, but I have not finished it. As I was watching the anime and reading through it, I knew this was going to be one of my favorites, and I stopped because I wanted to collect the manga. It has been many, many years since I've done so, but now that I finished Pluto, it has solidified it for me that I'm going to go and read through Monster. It's my next thing to do. I've watched Pluto. I'm reading through Berserk. I've caught up on JJK. I gotta do Monster, okay? I gotta do this for my sake, and also the fact that having all of Monster behind me, it sounds so good. It honestly sounds perfect. So, stay tuned for a video discussing Pluto, because I need to go and talk to someone about it. And if it's not gonna be in a video, it's gonna be me here just with you guys, saying to go and watch it, because you need to go and watch it, okay? Another thing too I'm really keen for is was it the Scott Pilgrim versus the World anime? That was such a surprise announcement. I really enjoyed the movie. When the movie came out, I remember having like a cam rip of the movie, and like watching it over and over again. Like a friend would come over and we watched the whole movie again because I haven't seen it before. Because it was so cool, and like the effects and everything really neat. So I've wanted to go and read the comic for a good amount of time. So the fact that now there's an anime series and all the voice actors are from the movie sounds amazing. So I'm gonna go and check that out. And then also, as somebody kindly pointed out to me on last week's chapter reaction, Invincible season 2 is out. So I'm gonna be watching Invincible season 2. So we're eating good. All right, we're eating good with all this different series coming out. It's great. But I hope you guys have all been well. In case you haven't done so already, be sure to go and like this stream and leave a comment, because it really helps me out and I really enjoy it. Alexander, long time no see. Nice of you to go and see you on the chat. I hope you've been well. And yeah, let me know, Alexander, what you've been up to, anything exciting, any series you've been checking out. I've been telling everybody on here to go and watch Pluto on Netflix. That is a must. And if you haven't seen it, please go and see it. But yeah, I'm just excited to go and get into this chapter, but I want to go and catch up with you guys. Apologies for no videos this week. It's one of the rare times where I don't end up putting any videos on a week. And it's just because things have been getting really crazy and hectic with at home and work, and like you know, it was impossible to do. So apologies for doing that. I really thank the support for when I put that message out there. But just know I'm going to be on here doing my reaction streams for the chapters. And I'm going to go on. I'm still producing videos, guys, okay? Got videos coming in the pipeline. I'm going to talk about Pluto. I've got my next recommendation series as well. And yeah, I'm going to go and talk about some like series coming up with One Piece. I want to talk about some stuff with JJK as well. There's plenty of stuff to talk about. And I want to get back into doing the hype stream. Because of this whole break I've been having away from the hype stream, I've been trying to sort out some stuff at home and at work. So once it's all completely sorted and we're good, then I feel like it's going to be good to go back into doing the hype streams. I just want to make sure I can get back, you know, with on the right foot and just get the momentum going. I don't want to cause any disruptions with any guests, with everything. So I'm trying to make this work for you guys as best I can. So still haven't finished Pluto, but well, I read it before. Yeah, see, I've seen Pluto, you know, looking up different works from Urasawa, and Pluto was up there, and any of his works I know are going to be great. But the fact that I got the chance to go and see Pluto, like, without any sort of expectations, any sort of, like, I don't know anything about it. The only thing I knew about it was that was from Urasawa, and that it's in some ways is like a retelling of Astro Boy, or had some relation to Astro Boy. That's the only things I knew about this series. So to see the whole series this way was really, really cool. It was really, really cool. And I'm going to recommend it to everybody for sure. But yeah. Other than that, guys, that's about it. Really, I've just been chilling, having a good time, waiting for the One Piece chapter. You know how it is. You know how it is. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go and jump into this chapter, because honestly, I I don't really have much else to go and inform you guys on about. I mean, I'm just hanging out, watching Pluto. Pluto's done now. I'm gonna probably go and hop with some Mortal Kombat and play with Omni-Man, because I need some more Invincible fix. So yeah. So with that being said, once again, if you have not liked this stream, be sure to go and do so. It really does help me out. And in the chat, in the comments, ask away any questions. Even if you pop into the stream and it's not even live anymore, and you just want to ask a question, throw it down in the chat. Throw it down in the comments. I love reading your comments, and I'll try my best to go and answer everybody's comments, because I love chatting with you guys. It's great. So let's go and jump right into this thing. Okay. And as you can see, guys, on the road to 1550 subscribers. The support has been amazing. So if you haven't subscribed already, be sure to go and subscribe. So here we go. Let's get right into it. One Piece, chapter 1098, The Birth of Bonney. So now we're getting right into this. What is this? Sorry, Oda. This chapter's manuscript is unfinished. Is this what somebody was talking about last week? That somebody that Liam had pointed out that the chapter pages were not complete. Is this what it was referring to? That's crazy. If this is exactly what it was talking about, for him to acknowledge it straight up in the chapter is crazy. This chapter's manuscript is unfinished. Sorry. That's crazy. I hope he's alright. Hope everything's okay with him. Brook powering his electric guitar solo with an electric eel. Now, this is pretty on brand for Brook. Nami with the milking of the cow. I don't know about that. That was a little bit suspect. That was a little bit strange. But Brook fueling his electric guitar with an electric eel. Totally on brand for Brook. Absolutely. So, we've got another note here from Oda. The One Piece anime's 25th anniversary celebratory banquet was hosted at Ryogoku Koku. Oh, I'm gonna butcher that. I'm gonna butcher that name. I had a lot of fun stuffing myself, but it's time to get back to work. Well, I'm glad you had a good time. Here we go. Revolutionary Army HQ, Boltigo, requesting backup. The Toomey uprising in the South Blue is looking bleak. Oh my god. Tongue twisters galore. I'm not prepared. Okay, I'm not prepared. Oh my god. We can't. Our hands are full. Dealing with the wounded at Goa. Eva Chan. I'll go. I mean, okay, so Kuma, very on brand, once again, stepping in to defend the people in this village. Don't be brash. Don't be rash, Kuma. I can't even speak. You've been acting reckless ever since that day. What the? This guy's huge. Where did you come from? State your name. Ginny's been captured? Oh, dude, that face. Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh. Ginny's been captured? Nah. Not on. Not on. It really makes it even tougher too. With everything with Bonney, right? This interaction with Ginny and Bonney being an extension of Ginny in that manner. Dude. Yes, sir. It seems she caught the eye of a celestial dragon. They took her on a government ship because the celestial dragon wanted to make her his bride. We won. Finally, after 3 years of struggling, we couldn't have done it without the Revolutionary Army. The enemy took us by surprise. It was the Revolutionary Army again. Here's to the Revolutionary Army, the heroes of the people. Okay. Once again, an easy victory for the revolutionaries. Please forgive us. Dragon, it's me. I've worn myself out. I'll have to return by ship. We're so sorry. Around 2 years have passed since Commander Ginny of the Revolutionary Army was kidnapped to be wed to a celestial dragon. Wait. So Ginny... So Ginny was not saved. Was Ginny saved? This doesn't seem like it. And it makes me very concerned now that we're skipping 2 years ahead. We're nearly there, Bonney. Kuma, it's Ginny. She's on the line right now. What? Hey, Kumachi, I finally made it back to the surface. Ginny? They didn't want me around after I got sick. I was thrown away. What? Oh, dude. Yeah, I've seen it before with the art of this chapter, but yeah, it is very sketchy. It is very, very sketchy. Oh my goodness. This is the first time I've really seen the chapter done in this manner. This is honestly, it's kind of fascinating. I honestly don't hate it, but it's just, I hope that Oda's just all good for this to happen. They didn't want me around after I got sick, so I was thrown away. What a stroke of luck. You're sick? I want to see everyone one last time, but this call will have to be our goodbye. What? What are you talking about, Ginny? Where are you? I can be there in an instant. I was afraid I'd never see you again. Kumachi, sorry, but I'm at death's door. What? I'm glad you care about me, really, but you shouldn't come when I'm like this. Dragon, big bro. Kumachi has a big heart. Please take care of him for me. Kuma. Get out of the way. There's only one place you'd go to now. And Kumachi, I just want you to know I love you. Always have, always will. Gotcha. Wow. Kuma, you're back. Where's Ginny? She's here, right? Oh. She is, but I'm afraid it happened when she was exposed to natural light. Her face, her entire body. It turned all blue in the sun. All blue confirmed? and her skin hardened like stone. Kumachi. I'm just so happy. What could have done this to her? Hey Kumachi, let's get married. Wouldn't it make you happy? She burned up her remaining time exposing herself to the sun, so she could cross the ocean and make it home to us. Because she wanted to ensure her baby's safety. Dude, this is rough. This is really rough. And I don't mean like the art or anything, like the manuscript. I mean like, this is... Yeah. You can rest now, Ginny. I swear I'll raise her well. But who's the baby's father? That's what I want to know. That's all wrong. You're tilting the bottle too much. Bonney-chan still looks uncomfortable. I'll show you how it's done. She's so cute. And if you're going to be sleeping next to her, make sure her cot is like an iron cage. We can't have you smushing her in your sleep with that massive body. You're quite the heavy drinker, Bonney-chan. I'm sure you'll be as much of a glutton as Ginny was. Dude, come on. Okay, so Bonnie's growing up. Bonnie's first words. They're all tearing up. They're all crying. They're all having a good time. Everyone's happy. Kuma still defending the village. Still doing... Okay, so by day, he is the Revolutionary Army Defense Force, and by night, he is like the best father of the year, looking after Bonney. You got Sabo there? Okay, you got Sabo. Kuma. What in the world are you doing? You've boarded up all of the church's windows. Close the door. Take a look here, below her eye. Is that a blue stone? Hey, isn't that... It looks just like what Ginny had in the end. I'll call a doctor. Thank you. It's caused by sunlight, you say? Are you sure? Why don't we try taking her outside? What? That sounds like... What an idiot. What an idiot. We clearly know that Ginny got turned into like a crystallized being from the sunlight. And then this child starts getting the symptoms. Yeah, let's throw him out in the sun. You're an idiot. What an idiot. I think the rough art adds to the story suddenly. Yeah, no kidding. Like, when the art style is really kind of rough and chaotic like that, it really adds to the emotion of some scenes. I really do agree. I'll call a doctor. Thank you. It doesn't seem to be white lead poisoning. I'm sorry, I'm not familiar with this condition. You're quitting the Revolutionary Army? What? Bonnie's contracted the same disease her mother had. Yes. I don't know if it's the right thing to do, but I have to stay by her side. I understand. It's important to live without regrets. We can use our contacts to reach out to doctors all over the world for her. Man, Dragon's a real one. One of your defense leaders, one of your forces in your whole army is gonna come forward and go, "Hey, look, I'm gonna bounce. I gotta leave because my child's sick." And then Dragon, in no hesitation, done. I'll hear you loud and clear. We're gonna go and get the best doctors on this. Love this dude. Love this dude. Anybody disparaging Dragon? Nah. This man's gonna turn up, and I'm gonna manifest it in 1100, and he's gonna rain hellfire down, and everyone's gonna be like bowing down to this man, and I'm gonna be here like, what do you expect? Dragon's the man, okay? 7 years ago, when Bonney was 5. Okay. Run away. The vampire's gonna eat us. But wait a minute. Wait. 7 plus 5. 8, 9, 10, wait. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Bonney's 12. Are we gonna ignore the panels that were in this, the panels that we've seen of Oda experimenting with his I need you to put a compilation of everybody like simping over Bonney with some of those panels. And when I say this, you just cut to just me. You just cut to me respectfully commenting on all of these panels. Bonney's 12. Bonney is 12 years old. Run away. The vampire's gonna eat us. Wow. Wow. That is honestly, that is iconic. That's one of the most iconic character panels. Oh, I love that. It's so funny. It's so funny. And stay out, you twerps. This is as far as you can go, right? I dare you to step out, take a step out here, you ugly vampire. Eat this. Bet the Holy Cross is your weakness. Look at it shine. We're in a church, dummy. I'll show you who's boss. I'm coming after you. Wait. Is that what a celestial... Wait. Say, for instance, right? Wait. Say, hypothetically speaking, that Ginny had a baby, Bonney, with a celestial dragon, right? Wait. I'm trying to think. No, that doesn't really make sense. Or does it? Because the celestial dragons, they wear the spacesuits, right? They wear the whole spacesuits. So you think that exposure to the UV of the sun would affect them? Say, for instance, you know, this whole suit protects them from the sunlight. Maybe it would cause them to have this crystallization on their bodies, correct? Now, if a celestial dragon wished to have a baby with Ginny, I may be wrong, but the way the babies work is you have to physically touch, okay? I mean, look, I don't know. I don't know how any of this works, but I believe you have to have a physical interaction, skin on skin, to make this happen, right? Say, for instance, the celestial dragons, they all suffer from this disease. You physically touch Ginny, she's going to contract that disease. And look, she's not going to be sitting here wearing a fucking spacesuit. She's not going to be in here wearing that full silly celestial dragon getup. You look like an idiot. You're not going to do that. So she is naturally going to be hit with the sun, having been contracted with this disease. And now it's been passed on to Bonney. Very fascinating. If I'm led to believe that is the case, very fascinating. I want to know more. I want to know more about this, but also I don't... Bonney's 12 years old. I'll show you who's boss. I'm coming after you. Bonney, stop. In comes Kuma. This is very recent. This is very recent. Okay, so 7 years. 7 years ago, it's probably around the time where Kuma, everything happened with Kuma. But that's very fascinating. Please, you can't go outside. Even standing near the doorway can give you the ouchies. I know. You're such a worrywart, Dad. I was just kidding. Please, don't even joke about it. Okay, I hate it when you get all sad and worried. You're such a good kid. Stop being such a crybaby, Dad. Those jerks, they made fun of my face stones again. Are they really that weird? It's not like I can keep. Not like I can help them. I didn't ask to get sick. You mean your jewels? Jewelry Bonney? Wow. Wow. That's crazy. They're just jealous because you've got such pretty jewelry. You think so? You betcha I love them. Hey Bonnie, if you were to go on a trip, where would you like to go? For when you're better, I mean. Oh, I know. Have you heard about the legendary Sky Islands? There are islands way up in the air? That's right, I read about it in this book. Dude, that's cool. It's close to the sun, so maybe we'll see Nika up there. You'd love that, right, Dad? Dude. Nika's here. Nika's chilling. That's crazy. That sounds like a grand adventure. We can go there to have a big celebration on your 20th birthday. Where should we go for your 19th? Fishman Island. After examining your daughter, I've concluded that she suffers from sapphire scale. I'm afraid it's incurable. You know what it is? I'm sorry to ask, but can you please speak a bit quieter? These days, you almost never see it. Those stones grow exponentially when bathed in any form of natural light, like the sun or moon. But even if you completely prevent any exposure, I'm afraid it's only a matter of time before the disease catches up with you. Forgive me for being so blunt, but your daughter has another 5 years at best. It'll be a miracle if she reaches her 10th birthday. Dude, she's past the expiry date. What happened? I'm afraid it's simply terminal, going by your current scientific understanding of it. Yeah, Jewelry Bonney. It's crazy. It'll be over by her 10th birthday? Imagine getting told that. That's bad. This isn't fair. She's already growing into such a strong woman. Is there really no cure? It just scares the shit out of him. Bonnie, I thought you were asleep. I heard it all. You said it will be over by my 10th birthday, right? Your 10th? I have no idea what you're talking about. I heard you say it. Hey, are you crying? Is it something I said? Ah, yes. He said when you're 10. It was about your illness, Bonnie. That stupid doctor. He told me that your condition is going to continue as it is until you're 10. Huh? It's just such an appalling amount of time. I couldn't help but get down after that. That means I'll be all better when I'm 10, right? So we can go on those trips, isn't that right? Dude, this is rough. Oh no, what have I done? Of course, by the time you've turned 10, you'll be cured. Yippee. How can you, like, look at that face. Look at his face. How can you ever look at the face of that and go, yeah, no, you're going to be dead when you, no, stop. What am I going to do? A familiar nightmare would soon descend on the kingdom of Sorbet, only 1 year later. Kuma, you've got to save us. King Bakori has returned, and he's just as monstrous as ever. It's just like 16 years ago. He still wants to cut loose the country's dead weight. He's going to burn the people in their homes. Okay. Okay. Now, as much as I want to be sad about there being a break next week, I am going to be going to a wedding next week, so that actually works out perfectly. It honestly does, because the thought of missing out on doing any sort of more content, right as it happens, is pretty sad after this week. But But yeah, good to know that we're gonna have a break. I'll still try to put some stuff out, but just it's good to know. But man, very, very fascinating. First and foremost, about Oda not finishing the manuscript, and the fact that Liam last week mentioned how the page numbers were not adding up. So the page numbers last week falling short, and this week with the manuscript not being finished. Yeah, I just hope everything's all right. But also, like you mentioned in the chat just here, the way in which the panels have been drawn in this really unfinished, sketched manner really adds to the emotion in a lot of these scenes. And there is a lot of emotion in these scenes, like seeing the death of Ginny with this disease, which seems to be directly correlated with the celestial dragons and why they go and wear these spacesuits, because it protects them from the sunlight and the moonlight, seemingly, and that if it's in contact, skin on skin, having Bonney as a baby, contracted the disease. Very, very interesting. Ginny saying she made it to the surface like Saturn. Yeah. Yeah. But listen, the real question is, was it couldn't have just been any random celestial dragon, right? Surely it would have to be somebody pretty important. The emotion hit harder for me because the art. Yeah, it really did. The sketch-like drawings of this art really added. Like, whenever you see in a manga, like the emotions run high, it just gets really erratic. I like that stuff. I like it when a panel can really elicit emotions like that, and this definitely did. But just to see that, especially these panels with Kuma, the panels with Kuma where it's really unfinished and sketch-like, they're really fascinating. They're really, really good panels. But yeah, the realization that jewelry Bonney, the fact that that name comes from her disease, is incredibly fascinating. This opening panel with Bonney is iconic. I love this panel with Bonney. It's so good. But I love that Dragon's a king. He's just in there like, look, I got you. I'm gonna get the support team on there. Let's get the doctors on this. Love that. But yeah, you know, Defense Force by day, Dad of the Year by night. Love that. But yeah, crazy. Maybe the new family of Celestial Dragon we got during the hunt. Yeah, potentially. I think it got passed on from a Celestial Dragon to Ginny when in the womb to Bonney. Otherwise, why didn't Ginny get sick as a child? Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking. That she only got this sickness after being exposed to the Celestial Dragon. And that the Celestial Dragons have been wearing these crazy spacesuits to protect them from something. So it looks like that, you know, Ginny had contracted whatever disease this was when conceiving Bonney. That might be why we got the new family name. Yeah, totally. But man, crazy stuff. Emotions running high. Can't say that I'm not surprised. Based on, you know, everything we know about Kuma and Bonney, but just to see it finally unfold after all of these years is amazing. And now we are inching ever so closer to chapter 1100, and it's going to be big. I don't know why. Look, you can't have chapter 1100 and not it be significant. The fact you're doing all of this now, you're leading to something, right? And Oda is so good at setting the stage for something big to go down. Egghead was the epitome of that. The fact that he had this whole mystery going on and set the seeds for every single little story. So it was like bang, 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 just chapter after chapter of just great stuff, that he's really setting the stage for this. And it's not just plain setup as well. It actually is really good emotional stories. And despite the fact that the manuscript was unfinished, it still was a great chapter and it looks fantastic. It didn't take me out of it. It was a bit jarring just to see and acknowledge the fact that this is like one of the first chapters I've ever seen from Oda that's been unfinished in this manner. But it added to the emotion of the scenes, which I really did appreciate because there were very emotional scenes. Really builds on the intrigue of Bonney and what this all means for the Celestial Dragons. Now, supposedly, we now know that the Celestial Dragons have this kind of disease that this doctor has, you know, clearly figured out, and he's quite aware of it, called the Sapphire Scale. Yeah, a lot really happened in this chapter. A lot happened. It really did. And yeah, the fact that Bonney has a life expectancy of 10 years and is now 12, based on the math that was given in this chapter, it really shows what happened. Bonney right now is on the surface. She's exposed to the elements, but she's fine. She has this ability to change her age. Is that directly what's going to be preventing this disease from spreading, from progressing? Yeah, I appreciate he chose to focus on the happy moments to make them more refined. No, you're totally right. There's a lot of moments in this that are very cleanly drawn, and the sadder ones were quite sketched. That very, very fascinating. It's kind of like he knew. He was like, all right, I'm not going to do this. Let's clean up these. It's a deliberate choice that he made on his part. So really, really fascinating stuff. But yeah. Wow. I mean, really, that's all that really needs to be said. Her piercing is where the gems used to be. I wonder if it's a needed thing or it's a reminder. Yeah, definitely would like to go and see some analysis on Bonnie's character, knowing that this is a thing now, that she has this disease, and looking at different panels that show her face and also the dialogue that could be suggestive of this. If you have anything, just message me on Twitter. Let me know. I'd love to go and see more of that. But yeah, we just find out more and more. Always. Every chapter, more and more stuff about these characters, and it's so great. Endless deep dives into these characters. It's amazing. Honestly is. Yeah, it seemed like he really did what he could with the time he had. Yeah, I'd really like to find out what the timeline was and what caused this. Like, what was the details? There have been details that have come out with Oda having like an illness or some sort of medical issue or something happening that's clearly explained. But yeah, for this instance, there is really nothing explaining as to why. But I'd be very interested too, and I hope he's all right. I hope he's all right. Also, she had a bounty so high at 10. Good catch. Yeah. What was her bounty? Yeah, I want to see her bounty. Wait, 320 million? That can't be right. That can't be right. Upon reaching Sabaody, she had a bounty of, 140 million. What? 2 years later, it raised to 320. She, as a 10-year-old, had a bounty of 140 million? I'm sorry? How is that a thing? How is that a thing? For real. And yeah, I'm looking at a picture of her here, and yet she has the, you know, she has the jewel just there, like the piercing. And that's it. It's just the one piercing. Yeah, wow. But yeah, with that being said, guys, I'm gonna go and wrap things up here. Really appreciate you being here to hang out while we go and read some One Piece. It's always a great time, but it's just nice to go and touch base, let you know what I've been up to, and stay tuned for a video on Pluto. I'll do another One Piece video as always. I'm trying to figure out how I want to go and format my videos. I'm thinking what I'm gonna do is, instead of doing a straight up like One Piece chapter review, I think I'm going to go and mix it up, and because I want to talk about theories and different topics, right? So maybe I'll do a topic and a theory that's pretty relevant and like really interesting to talk about, and then I'll have the first part of the video talk about the chapter, the latest one, and then the second half can be a full-fledged kind of a breakdown on a theory or any sort of discussion you want to hear. Something a bit different, but I'm going to try and mix things up and come up with some content for you guys that's engaging, that's fun, topical, and it's going to be really fun for me to put together as well. So stay tuned for that. I hope you guys all have a fantastic day or night wherever you are in the world. Take care, and I'll see you all on the next one.